Hello everyone and welcome back for more stream today. Today is Rimworld actually. So first of all, apparently Steam was smart enough that I cannot have Rimworld open on my desktop and notebook at the same time. Continue to launch. Let me just make sure that I have this added in. That's not quite right. Transform. Let's do stretch to screen. There we go. And I should have probably taken a look at this real quick. I just want to, Fahrenheit. Run in background. Let's see. Okay. So I don't have any mod settings. I think everything's fine. And we just make sure that I'm not muted. I'm not. Excellent. Let me get out of studio mode. That's all good. Minimize that. Alright, everything should be up and running. This is a fresh install on my computer here, apparently. I do believe I have Steam Cloud saved games, but that's fine. I do have mods, but I'm not using any of them. Again, that's fine, because I'm just doing a absolutely fresh, spanking new game. So that being said, custom, right, alright. So, first things first is, this is Rimworld. I have the Royalty DLC, and the scenarios that are immediately available are Crash Landed, Lost Tribe, Rich Explorer, and Naked Brutality. And then Rimworld also allows you to make some custom scenarios, to which we do actually have the scenario editor here, and we could even just open up the Steam Workshop. The third-party overlay is not working, so you won't actually see the Steam overlay. But apparently you can load. You can even make a randomized seed, and it tells you right here. Random seed calls it Tragedy of Bliss. Your faction will be new arrivals. Start with 3 people chosen from 10. Arrive in drop pods. Non-player characters have a 28% chance to start with the trait Staggeringly Ugly. All characters have a 7% chance to start with Malnutrition. Cannot sow plants on the ground. Wow, that is definitely a tragedy. And I can't see the bliss in this. Incident created is a solar flare. I don't see if that's actually telling me if that's permanent or not or anything, so that's a little worryingly in that regards. Start with 48 shuttles! What the heck? That's more shuttles than I'll probably have in several videos, at the very least. 434 elephant leather, 3 LTAX robes, an orbital mech cluster targeter. Ooh, I don't know if that's a good one or a really bad one. And 800 muffalo meat. So by the sounds of this is we start the game with... we're ugly. We have over a quarter chance to just start ugly. We arrive in drop pods, and then we immediately start with 48 shuttles anyways. So I guess if we were to change the seed from onion, we have happening for community. So this is something you can do, is if you're not happy with the original or the Steam Workshop or anything, you can just randomize it. And it all goes through the same ideas. It just gives you some randomized traits to which you can even edit it. You can give it your title, you can give it your summary if you want, you can give it a description. You can start as hey Doc. You can start as new arrivals or a new tribe, and the difference is you either start with basic electricity or your tribals. And you can also tell how many people to start with or how many to choose from. I'll be getting to that in just a minute. The arrival method is likewise standing or drop pod, which is kind of the idea of the tribal or the new arrivals, is you either start having arrived in drop pods or having started in just arrived at the place. New colonies stuff. You see the X and the arrows, you can tell that's very novel. I'm streaming the same thing here in Discord, just at I guess 10 seconds earlier compared to YouTube. So we can tell the game what we want to start with. We have the little X here to just remove the patched leather that we start with here. We have the arrows to put it up and down in the order. Not really anything special, but you can see here that we have a huge list of items that we can have. Like, we can just have... Oh, what did I hit there? We can start with 1,065 hoppers. Yeah, that a new tribe starting with over 1,000 hoppers. And apparently it also started us with 31 bionic hearts. A random tribe, you know, sticks, stones, bows, and arrows, and we have 31 bionic hearts. I don't know how the tribe got that and 1,000 hoppers. We even have 44 great bows! Apparently we are a warrior tribe, and we just... 79 low shield packs! We have 72 pianos! And we have a permanent psychic drone. Oh, that is actually a pretty bad one. Not sure what those do. So, yeah, that's kind of the thing, is this is actually completely ridiculous. Anyone experienced with Rimworld already knows this is an absolutely ludicrous element. So to start with, the hopper. That is ludicrous because they are like 15 by 10 foot machines that converts just generic nutritional elements into nutrient paste. So it's you convert hay grass into mushy, edible food that might not be pleasant to eat, but they're massive machines. It takes electricity, and we have 1,000 of those. So, good luck finding a place for all 1,000 hoppers. We have a bionic heart, so it's instead of having a normal heart, we actually had we have super biomechanical hearts to do surgery bypass and have better hearts. Don't ask me how a tribe got 31 hearts, but apparently it's the same place that we got 123 flake, which is a drug, 44 great bows, so apparently we are definitely a warrior tribe. Low shield packs, so apparently I'm assuming these are personal shield emitters, and probably the same place we got the bionic hearts here. We have 224 bird meat, so that's not a heck of a lot of food. It's food in the sense that it will last us a couple of days, but that's it. And apparently we got it from having hunted birds at the same time we got these bionic hearts. We have 72 pianos, and these are not just pianos. These are like, you know, great big giant grand pianos. Yeah, apparently, because from everything that's listed here is we are a new tribe. We have 4 people. We have arrived in drop pods. We have finished raiding. I don't know why we have finished raiding hoppers. We are just starting near 1,000 hoppers. We start with 30 bionic hearts. We have even more great bows. We have twice as much shield packs. We have 70 pianos for some reason. There should be a way to add more to... Oh yeah, here it is. Add part. So we can add an allowed age range. We cannot hunt, cannot mine, cannot sew, cannot tame. Characters explode on death. We can create an incident, disable incident, disallow building, forced health condition, forced trait, game start dialogue, that's not either of those yet. Where is it? We can start naked, permanent game condition, planet killer weapon incoming, scattered randomly, that's part of the starting with stuff here. Set need level, start near, start with animals, start with research, and stat multiplier. Musical warrior tribe, yes. So, it's kind of interesting, the musical warrior tribe, and it's already given us the name for happening for community. Alright, so I'm just going to go back here. We're not going to do the randomized because so far the only audience I have, I believe, unless anybody wants to say otherwise, is that we have crash landed. Yes. I've mentioned in Doppel's stream, the very one talking in the chat, oh wait, chat up there. I assume I hit that. I can't. I see my Chrome page, so I can actually read the chat better than I can actually see OBS. So I've got myself a delay. So Doppel up there is the very same one that I was mentioning this in stream last night. We have crash landed, which is that we have 3 people who awake from a cryptosleep sarcophagi to the sound of a siren and ripping metal. You barely escape to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. The faction will be new arrivals, starting with 3 people chosen from 8. We will start with 800 silver, 50 packaged survival meals, 30 medicine, 30 components, a bolt-action rifle, a revolver, a plasteel knife, that's actually pretty decent, black pants, black vest, plasteel black helmet, a random pet, 450 steel, and 300 wood. The map itself will be scattered with 3 ship chunks, 720 steel, and another 7 packaged survival meals. The Lost Tribe, again, it's a very different scenario where you start with, where is it? 5 of us. Your tribe was destroyed by the great blood machines sent by the gods. 5 of you managed to escape. Now it's time to build up a new home. Note, since you'll start poor and lack of technology, this is a difficult scenario. Your faction will be a new tribe, starting with 5 people chosen from 8. Start with 200 silver, 400 pemmican, 20 herbal medicine, a wooden club, a steel ikwa, a jade knife, 2 short bows, a pilla, and 3 random pets, and 500 wood. The Rich Explorer. People called you crazy for leaving your glitter world home, but you always yearned to explore the stars. Outside the Neuro Simulator, now that you're at the end of your long journey in cryptosleep, landing on an unknown Rimworld to see what it's like. Note, since your starting character will lack some skills, this is an especially difficult scenario in the early game. Your faction will be a new arrival, starting with 1 people chosen from 8. Start with research, gun turrets, and I'll start with 2,000 silver, 30 gold, packaged survival meals 40, 30 glitter rolled medicine, 30 components, a charge rifle, 1 random pet, 450 steel, and 300 wood. I've not actually started the Rich Explorer one myself. I am usually the Lost Tribe. And finally we have Naked Brutality, which is that you went under anesthetic for a minor surgery. Now you've woken in a drop pod, crashing into a distant planet. You are naked, alone, and totally unprepared. Can you survive? I'm just amused by this one too, especially if I'm interested in Doppel's reaction if you were to just be seeing this right now. To be listening to, you went under an anesthetic for a minor surgery and now you've woken in a drop pod, crashing in a distant random planet. So, this is... a lot of people have actually been requesting tie-in for this one, which is that you basically and literally start with absolutely nothing whatsoever. And I've been doing this one a few times, and it is doable, because it is a thing. You just have to actually know what you're doing. And I think I've myself done this one a few times. I think I'm myself actually more akin to mods. I actually have a Rimworld of magic, so I'm actually used to the endgame stuff where in turn, oh no, I'm being raided by 50 factions and raids and stuff, and it's all endgame tier stuff and sieges and mechanoids. Fireball. Problem solved. Alright, so I'm just going over the mechanics here of Rimworld, the starting mechanics, and a lot of it is still very confusing, especially since I have not actually explained what almost any of this does. So we're going to start with Crashland, just as is. And here we have the AI Storyteller. Now this part comes in... Hey Doppel, did you see my description of the Naked Brutality statement? And I just noticed I have the learning helper. I'm going to have to disable that. Again, this is a new install, I forgot. Alright, so the AI Storyteller. There are 3 storytellers. Mods do offer in more, but the Storyteller is kind of like your Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master. And this is actually stated as it's a procedural storyteller game, not actually some sort of hardcore colony survival thing. So, Cassandra Classic here is the default storyteller. She will throw in random events every once in a while, good events, and then intervals of, I don't know, a week, it'll throw in some bad event, like a raid or diseases and, I don't know, man-hunting pack animals or something. So that's Cassandra Classic, just your basic storyteller. You then have Phoebe Chillax. I've actually been doing this one a lot. She works very much the same way as Cassandra Classic, except the time between events is longer, so like 2 weeks or something, so you have time to recover, but the events hit a lot harder. And then finally you have Randy Random here, who is, I think, most commonly known for Twitch streams and stuff, because Randy Random is random, a wild card. There is actually no storytelling basis behind Randy Random. It's just every tick, it'll go through a random set of rolls, and maybe you're going to have a very peaceful stream today. Or maybe he's going to throw 5 mechanoid raids at you at a time, and you've just come down with sleeping sickness, and then you're going to have manhunting packs at the same time. And hey, maybe there's a glimmer of hope, because maybe a friendly trader has just arrived at the same time to also die by the manhunting chihuahuas that just arrived on the map. So that's a fair bit of description all at once. Again, it's not really a heck of a lot of information for the first time playing, because you're still wondering, like, well, what's going to happen? Well, there are a lot of events. So it is, in a nutshell, think of it as a story. That's pretty much what it is this is a procedural story. So, the only mention that I've had for what I should be doing so far is Cassandra Classic. Now, I'm going to be doing more than first two. How difficult is this one? There's room to grow and thrive, but it's still a dangerous planet 4. Alright, I'm going to... I'm going to try striving to survive. And we're going to go on reload at any time, just for the case of, in case we actually do want to go back or something. Does Andrew Classic sound most appealing? Alright. So we have, by the looks of it, exactly in the middle of the difficulty. Actually, apparently there's a custom. What does custom actually say? Oh, okay. I have not actually seen this yet. Alright, so I'm not going to be doing custom. I am apparently in the middle, on the side of difficult. Alright, so again we have a seed that we can choose. I'll give you guys, like, time for me to explain this if you want to suggest a seed, but you can just hit random seed. It's not going to affect anything yet. That's going to be in the very next screen. So make sure that if you want a seed, get the seed that you want. That being said, global coverage, this is more for low-end PCs and how long you want the world map load time to be. In this case, yeah, there it is. Warning, it can take a very long time to generate an entire planet. Again, the very next screen. And I do have a PC that I'm confident in that will only take like a minute. But do keep in mind that if you're starting a new game, or if you're loading up an old game and you are just transitioning to the world map, it will take this amount of time to load up the map, whether it's generating or loading from scratch. And we do have 3 other sliders, basically 7 settings, because you have between low and that's 3 options: low, 1, 2, 3, there's the click. And then you have normal, and then again another 3 on the high side, so 7 possible options for the overall rainfall, the overall temperature, and the overall population. So I could roll a d8, and if it lands on an 8, I just roll again or something, and this will determine if I want it to be a very, very moist planet or a very, very dry planet. Likewise, it can be a very, very cold planet or a very, very warm planet. And then the population can be very, very sparse, there's very, very few people around, or it can be very, very crowded and there's lots of people. So, hamster, that's the seed, and I'm just immediately thinking of Doppel's previous streams or whatever that he did, Hamster Ball, that he can't get traction from the rest of his channel from Hamster Ball. Alright, so I'm going to roll some dice just in case anybody wants the wildcard option. And what is this? I have... okay. So I'll give everyone a chance to answer if they want anything in particular, otherwise you can see the defaults are right there for normal, normal, and normal. There's Doppel saying, ugh. Alright, so for the first option, it's going to be high rainfall. It's going to be a little colder temperature. And for the final roll, it is going to be almost, but not quite, completely crowded. So I'll give it just a couple minutes more for, again, if anybody in chat wants to say anything different. By the looks of it, I have 3 concurrent viewers, so again, if you want to say anything, sure. Likewise, if you want to suggest anything for the seed, go for it. Otherwise, I imagine Doppel would be the kind to say normal, normal, and normal. So I'm just going to grab myself some water here. I have a flat over to my right here. Probably everybody's left. I think it's a mirror camera thing. Usually stick with everything to the default. That's fair. Yeah, by the looks of this, we're going to definitely get some raining environments. Probably jungles, probably a few taigas or something. floodplains, overpopulation, and scorching hot. There is actually a mod that I had. Is the equivalent of Skyrim's Wonders of Withers. I can't remember what it was actually called. But I was actually in this one biome that was a wetland, and then every time it rained, almost the entire map suddenly became water. So any crops that you were growing, any normal vegetation and trees and whatever, just instantly died and was removed because of the water. Alright, so Firebird said floodplain, so the overall rainfall high, overpopulation, and scorching hot. Okay, so we're gonna have jungles. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Crowded. There we go. Alright, if you are interested, Firebird, I have this without the 10-second delay in Discord if you want to watch. I'm specifically testing this YouTube stream at half the normal bitrate I usually do, and half the frame rate for this test. So let me know how it actually comes out, quality-wise. I'm interested in knowing, for future reference. Why not? I might die in the first 5 minutes due to heat. I know how to combat it if I'm actually paying attention. I have played this more than a few times, and here we can actually see that I have no mods actually enabled. It's just the core game and the royalty DLC. Video looks great on YouTube? That's good to know. Thank you, Doppel. Alright, so it's at this point, because it's generating the world, that you're going to go through this every time. If you made a mistake earlier, you better make sure that you had it all right, otherwise you're going to wait for this to generate the world. If you wanted to do this any quicker, definitely do the 50% world generation, maybe 30%. It'll only generate like 30% of the world, and the rest will be just ocean. Looks great in Discord too. That's good to know, Firebird. Oh, wow, that's a lot of icons. So this is how the world will look, and you can actually see that there is also sunlight, because you can see, where is it? Here we go. This side is nice and sunny, this side is at night, so there is actually a great deal of simulation. And there's a lot of locations, like, you can see, who is this? This is Empire of God. Wow, that is actually the faction name. We have Lonler, which is a hostile faction for these little blue house icons. We have Kinship of Abaniro. I imagine these are tribesmen, and these guys are permanently hostile. We have some friendly factions. Nope, those are not friendly tribes, but they're also tribal. We have a neutral faction, the yellow triangle, I guess, not quite a TP. We have another, what is that? Grace's Wolves. They're hostile pirates. Grainy now. Grainy, alright. Is that Discord side that it's grainy? I'll definitely have to take a look. That is definitely also in part my internet's ISP, because I only have some 5 megabytes upload speed, so I do have to, still okay on YouTube. That's good to know.
Every time you move the map, it gets grainy, but then it goes back to good when you stop.
Alright, that's probably the... I'm gonna have to change the sway on grass later when the map starts up. So, hey Firebird.
Hey.
So, you can definitely see here how you have the different factions. I have played around with mod, which actually makes the map more populated with more factions, so there's just pretty much 2 pages of these kinds of factions. Advanced, we have this on medium, so it'll be a default map, probably starting in spring even if it's set to auto. I disabled earlier on, I think I was showing it on the stream technically, where there's the test map sizes of extra large. So we'll select a random tile, and apparently we're over here between a whole bunch of hostiles and possibly one friendly person over there, the purple guys. Let's see. Who were they? They are... Oh, okay. So nobody's actually our friends. At best, we have a tribe, the Empire, and another faction who are just meh. Alright, so we'll go next, and here we select the pawns, our characters. So, first person here, we have a bad back. And to actually change your pawn without mods, it's just click random. And hope you get somebody who's good. So, first of all, I would prefer having somebody who does not already have an injury or medical condition. Okay, so I say that and immediately we get two addictions to... Nope, one addiction to smoke weed, sorry. Wake up addict, left leg. Okay, so here's somebody who does not have an injury, really good at crafting, that's good. It's pretty decent at construction, decent at shooting. This is probably definitely somebody to keep for now.
Test subject for childhood?
Oh yeah, these are your stories. So this person's childhood was that he... Wait, he. A 29-year-old male. Chronologically, he's actually 465 years old. His childhood was that on the most corrupt herb worlds, scientists without a moral compass commit unspeakable atrocities in the name of research. David here was kept alone in a sealed facility from birth and subjected to a variety of behavioral subjects in an attempt to turn him into a perfect super soldier. So because of this, he gets a +4 to shooting, but it makes him completely incapable of firefighting, doctoring, wardening, or doctoring. Okay, so doctoring and doctoring is disabled. So part of the randomization is it will actually change who the person actually is. Speaking of, we can actually give him a name, a nickname, and a last name. So he's incapable of caring, so he cannot do any medical treatments. This is actually kind of bad because he can't do medical on himself either. He can't do any social, so he can't trade, he can't look after prisoners or anything, and if a fire ever breaks out, you guessed it, he's not going to be doing any firefighting. He does have a night owl trait, so he likes to be awake at night instead of the day. And he's lazy, so he gets a global warp speed of 20% penalty. Since he's also 29, he also has an adult trait because he was a starship janitor. So while other passengers passed the years between star systems in cryptoslave sarcophagi, David had to wake up at periodic intervals to perform inspections, check the navigation systems, and to oil the mechanoids. So this gives him a +2 to construction and a +3 to crafting. So I definitely want to keep this guy. So we'll go on to the next guy and see what we get. So right off the bat, he has his right middle finger torn off. And I would prefer to not have this. It's, as far as injuries go, this is... they're all probably about the same long-term injuries. Because this is going to give him, I think, a little bit of pain, along with a little bit of a penalty to manipulation. So he's always going to have like a 3% negative to manipulation, and he's always going to be in a little bit of pain for like a -2 mood debuff of, ow, I'm in pain, and he's going to be whining about this for the entire game. So that aside, he has terrible stats across the board. He's only mildly interested in social.
Annoying voice, but cheerful or at ease.
So it says Okoa's voice has a particularly grating nasal quality to it, and she tends to talk in barked, garbled phrases. This predisposes others to dislike her, and I think the penalty here is -5. Again, this is a very, very complex system, so they'll be just randomly talking to each other, and they'll be insulting, complimenting, casually talking, or trying to even woo each other. And this will actually largely take effect based on their how much they interact or already first impressions. So having this annoying voice is going to be a -15%. Everybody's just going to be starting off at -15 towards her. I think that can range between negative and positive 100%. So at negative 80, they're just going to be constantly insulting each other, getting into fist fights, insulting each other, insulting sprees. It's going to make them feel bad. There's a lot of complexity here. So let's randomize. This is somebody we can do with maybe somebody better. So here we have, a cult child. Oh, and he has a lover. Who is it? A lady? What was that?
Sorry, I was just reading the adulthood medieval doctor.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I heard you saying something about Doppel.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, that's completely fine. This, copy. Okay, so, this medieval doctor has a lover. You can see that it has the plus 35, so that's the relationship modifier of plus 35 towards, where is it? Copy? Right here. So this person and Cedric they love each other. Unfortunately, they're
both incapable of intellectual.
Yes. The only thing is that they're in the Left Behind, so I don't know. I think it's actually still a mystery unless somebody's cracked it. That Left Behind might actually show up later in the game. There's no way of knowing. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't think anybody knows him. Somebody might have cracked that by now. So for now we have capable of intellect, so he's not going to be doing any research. Not bad on the melee, but I would prefer if he's on the shooter, because it's always safer if you can get the guy at range instead of running up to him and stabbing him with a dagger. So let's see, randomize. So now we've got a aching stab scar on the left leg, so that's going to affect the movement. Going to be a 4% pain, as I've been mentioning earlier. This guy's just going to be constantly whining about being in pain. He's in. Let's take a look. So this 83 male Piotr was raised in an illegal underground organ farm. His body was used to grow organic implants for wounded mercenaries. Though his upbringing has left him haunted, it has also given him a unique understanding of human biology. So that at least gives him a +5 to medical. He's incapable of skilled labor, probably the medieval sailor there. So you can sort of see the dashes for shooting, construction, mining, cooking, plants, and crafting, so he's incapable of a heck of a lot of stuff, which is worrying. He's pretty decent at medical and social, so I'm actually going to just drag him down here just in case, because we can definitely randomize better. So let's see, Luxembourg has a left arm and left foot wounds, so again, gonna be pretty bad. Ex-husband is Chris Bojang, who is... Oh, Happy, over here. No? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
right there.
Yeah, here we are. Okay, so Luxembourg and Bojank here, both in the selected, are ex-husband and ex-wife, which gives them the -35 and -15 penalties to each other. And they're both also not old, but they have health problems. Luxembourg has a painful stab scar to his left arm and an itchy frostbite scar on his left foot. Bojank has a scratch scar on his left leg and has asthma in both his left and right lungs. So, let's randomize. Something without a scar, please. Alright, so, here we have a 58-age female who is a wreckage explorer from childhood and a livestock farmer in adulthood. Not incapable of anything, so outright, this is a great person to have. And then traits, I'm okay with the chemical interest. If we're ever growing drugs and making drugs, she's just gonna have an interest in doing that anyways. Possibly even going onto a drug binge, even if the drugs are marked as do not touch. She is a slow poke, so I don't mind the -0.2 movement speed. But she is really good with animals. She has a very good passion in intellect. Okay, crafting. So this could possibly be our medicine crafter. Fair enough, Doppel. So I am definitely thinking of keeping Leslie here. So from childhood, she was a wreckage explorer. She was tasked with watching her family's herds, but often shirked her duties to go exploring the crashed warships scattered around the planet, giving her a +3 to animals and intellect. And her adulthood, Leslie ran a livestock farm. She analyzed animal genetics, feed types, birth and slaughter methods, and price trends to optimize the raising of huge animal herds, so she has a +7 to that. So she is definitely going to be an animal handler if we keep her, which could be useful. So let's go into our last person here. Again, I would rather not have someone who's got diseases, but I do like the relationships where she is the son of Cowpea. Where is it? Yeah, here's Cowpea. Also left behind, but it just gives you that relationship, which is pretty neat. So let's randomize. Ex-lover for David now. That'll at least be something interesting. No health conditions, so I'm fine with this off the bat. Okay-ish shooting. Very good medicines, okay socials, and another passion for intellect. So I'm pretty much right off the bat going for this. Incapable of hauling or mining. I don't like that, but I'm okay with it. So she is chemical interest, so she's going to go after drugs. Fast learner, so learning factor is up 75%. But she is a misogynist, so she really dislikes and distrusts women. Okay, so she really dislikes and distrusts herself. That's interesting. I was looking at that for a minute, and I was thinking, wait, she has to hate men, right? And no, she hates women. She hates herself. I'm not poking fun at the misogyny. I'm just amused by the trait that it's I would think that it would be a misogyn. I can't remember the term. I thought she would really hate and distrust men. Sorry. So from childhood, she is a medical student, born into a long line of doctors. Kimmy here was tutored in all fields of medicine, from herbal ointments to the modern synthetic drugs. She also picked up a healthy disdain for the lower class work, so she has a -2 to construction but a +3 to medical and social. As an adult, she became a Space Navy doctor, and has served several tours as a doctor on one of the few warships defending her homeworld. She learned combat skills while fighting occasional pirate boarding parties and became an expert at treating gruesome combat wounds. This ultimately gives her a +3 at shooting, +1 melee, -2 on construction, mining, and plants, -1 artistic, +5 medical, and +2 social. So again, I'm quite happy with the stats here. So I'm going to go with David, Leslie, and Kimmy. So might as well ask, does anybody have names they would like to say? To see, I should say. I can give them names right now, before we start, if anybody is as such interested. I'm going to assume that, in fact, nobody is actually interested yet, so that's completely fine. We can just go with David, Leslie, and Kimmy here. Alright, not a problem, Firebird. Hey, Double. I don't know if you heard everything yet or not. So I'll just give you the option of offering names for 3 people here if you're interested. Otherwise, you know, they have the names. They sound like fine people, alright. So let's hit start. So now it's once again going to be generating the map. This one should only take a moment. Oh, don't worry, Doppel. We can actually rename it in just a minute. To a point. Traditional vegetable names. Alright. So, what I mentioned about the dialogue here is this is the dialogue again. The 3 of you awaken your cryptosleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land in an unknown Rimworld. As pieces of shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Potato, cabbage, egg. Radish, eggplant. Alright. So, for the name, let's just go over here. What is it? Bio. Here we are. Alright, so David will be potato and. Yeah, let's just leave him as potato. Kimmy, we will call cabbage. So this is what happened to cabbage after Angels with Scaly Wings. Leslie will become known as radish. And let's get the other one in there. Let's see what this one does. Eggplant.
All of a sudden, I want one of them named Caviar. That's not even a plant.
We can definitely name one of them Caviar. Let's see. How about cabbage? Let's rename cabbage to Caviar.
Cabbage Caviar.
Caviar. And sure, this one was cabbage. So the son of cabbage, or wait, daughter of cabbage, sorry. Alright, so now you can see that they do have their names. Potato janitor, caviar cabbage, and radish eggplant. Alright, so the very next thing is we have all these packaged survival meals. Wait, I think I can do something better. Where's it? Forbid. Is there forbid? Here we are. Allow. Let's just allow literally everything. Alright, let's see. Can I get rid of the learning helper? Don't have anything yet. I'll take a look. Toggle rebuilding. Toggle expanding. Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Here we are. Alright, so let's take a look at our map here. That's a plant. There's a starship chunk there. There are some berries up here, some more stone, some ancient ruins. Here's some more packaged survival meals, 4 of them. I think we have another 3 somewhere. So one thing I actually did notice real quick as well is, before I forget, we are on a very hot jungle. There's 3 more survival meals. Another ship chunk. There's more steel. Let's grab that while we can. So I do see a lot of marshes, so we're not going to have a lot of room for building. We definitely have the space for farming, however. But the main problem is... Oh, wow! If you look in the bottom right, the temperature is already 60 Celsius outdoors. For reference, the game is not quite accurate in translation. 32
That's
plus...
over halfway to heating. I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah, so just 32 plus Celsius multiplied by 2. So 32 plus 120. So that'd be 152 Fahrenheit, roughly? Yeah, this is hot. So let's go to the next thing, is the work tab. Always, always, always switch it from manual priorities. That's just terrible.
Ooh, 140 is what it translated.
Okay,
Here.
fair enough.
Or
so,
not translated, converter.
Fair enough. It is boiling. So this is the one thing that I'm actually glad I remembered, because if I were doing this normally, by this point I probably forgot, oh yeah, this is a very, very hot jungle. So I would probably not get anywhere, and then everybody suffers from heat stroke, collapses, and then passes away, and then stuff happens. So fortunately, I remembered, and we can get ourselves a air conditioning unit real quick. Before that, however, priorities. If you have it on manual priorities, it's just check marks and not check marks. The priorities are always from left to right. And I'm just messing here with my hands on camera, hoping I did this in the right viewing order. So we do want manual priorities because it is the same idea, but it goes in any one left to right. Then I'll go back and check for any 2s left to right, 3s left to right, and 4s left to right. So obviously we want firefighting on 1, because if you have a fire, you want to put it out. If you have a patient, put it on 1, except for a doctor. We want him on doctoring 1. Bed rest, we can have it on 2s. Basics, like flipping switches, changing stuff, we want those on 1, because if we want them to do something, we want them to do it right away. Wardening is pretty important for anyone on wardening. Handling, let's keep it on 2 for a second. 4 cooking, 1 cooking. Alright, so we'll keep cooking on 2. Hunting on 2. Construction, we need everybody on construction right away. Agriculture, I'll put everyone on 3 for now. Mining is fine on 3. Plant cutting, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's see. Everything the rest of the priorities we'll get to in a minute, because we absolutely need to get a structure up and running. So that being said, temperature. I think we have enough steel. Yeah, we have enough steel over here. Do you have any components? We have 30 components. We can totally get ourselves a heater, an AC unit. Where do we want our home anyways? That's some fertile land. Well, let's start with some walls. Let's go over here. Oops. We can get ourselves a door, let's say over here, for safety's sake. Our cooler, right there. Get rid of that. And for the sake of preventing ZIT events, that's actually what it's called. It is so annoying. Wait a minute. Do we actually not have... Oh. That is a very, very bad thing. So we had 400 over here.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Alright, so I'm looking at what we have right now, and this is a little bit worrisome in regards to us going directly to air conditioning, because we don't have a battery. So if something happens, like our wood burning generator, sorry. If this ever runs out of power, out of wood, we suddenly have no air conditioning anymore. And the only other fuel we have is a wind turbine, which actually does get affected by trees. If there are any trees, it blocks the power and stuff. So we need to get these two hooked up right away. Covered up on YouTube. Oh, you're right. Let me take a look at studio mode again. Game scene. Rimworld, that's why. Transform. Stretch to screen. There we go. Thank you, Firebird. I didn't actually catch that before. I thought I had it, but I guess I missed the wrong one. Alright, so what I've been doing is I've been playing an architect here for the building. And I've been under the work tab here for setting the priorities. Let's see, so schedule I have not touched yet. Assigning, this is for what they're allowed to wear, for what foods they're allowed to eat, what drugs they're allowed to consume. Any animals, we can probably start with the hauling. Let's get to that in a minute, actually. What? Wildlife? Is there no wildlife here? I don't think I've actually seen an empty wildlife tab. That is also actually kind of worrying.
I guess it's too hot for anything.
Apparently, I would think there would at least be like jaguars or something, but yeah, there is actually no animal on the map whatsoever. Wow, okay. So let's actually take a look at the world map real quick. Let's see the terrain. So the average temperature here would be 54 Celsius, so it would be 6 degrees cooler than it would be what it is right now. It can drop as low as 35 Celsius when it comes to the equivalence of winter, and in the worst of summer it can get up to 74 Celsius. I don't even think our temperatures on Earth have reached that hot. I think the last year we've set temperature records at only 60 Celsius. So these guys are not having a good day. They're not going to have a good time at this place. 20 out of 60 days are the growing period. I don't know why only 20 out of 60. Is it like too hot for the plants or something? I've only seen it when it's too cold for plants that it won't grow. So there's almost 2 diseases per year in frequency.
The a world record was set last year, August, in Death Valley, for 54 degrees Celsius. Did you hear that, or did my mic cut out?
Yeah, I heard that. That's actually interesting, yeah. Alright, so along with the construction that I'm going to just put here, we're going to get some stools, a table. There's actually a meme with Rimworld where if you eat without a table, it's a -3 mood penalty to having eaten without the table. So we're... Oh wow, yeah, so right away, our colonists have extremely low expectations. They have a +30 to the mood, you can see here. They have +10 because of initial optimization, which will expire in 8 days. And, what? Little guy's mess? Oh, right. So, this Caviar is lucky that he's Little Guy's master, our little husky here. So, she has a +5 mood boost for that. But it's sweltering hot. And I don't blame her, but that's a -12 mood penalty. So, among everything that you're doing with your colony, you absolutely want them to be happy, because if they start getting really mad, you can see those little black bars there, they'll actually start going on mental breaks, and they'll just wander around in a daze, they'll start beating each other up, going on insulting sprees, or I've actually seen them going on murder rampages. The extremely low expectation says, I'd better steel myself to survive. I think this is just the... You have a fresh new world, and you don't actually have even a place to sleep yet, which I'm just setting up over here. So I think that's what's going on, and while I'm at it, I better get a quick zone here for just generically things. Because it is hot, and they're gonna want to refrigerate things like packaged survival meals, at least indoors. So before I actually even do anything else, let me take a look. You have shooting, so you have the bolt-action rifle. You're only at 6, you can take that. And you have neither shooting or melee, so you can take the dagger. that's what we're setting up for absolutely mandatory first thing. And while we're at it, let's get some orders and go chop wood. And that should hopefully be enough to get our wood and everything going. So here we are, and hopefully our colonists will start to do their own thing. Hunt? Okay. So Radish is not a hunter. That'll be Caviar. But there's no animals to hunt, so problem solved. Poor Cabbage, no dragon friends this time. Yes. I did actually find a mod that does allow you to have dragons as creatures roaming around, which I'm surprised there's no animals whatsoever on this map right now. 60 Celsius outdoors, yes. So that's why I'm actually glad I remembered right away, because I need these guys to actually do this. What are you doing? Hauling... Oh, wow, okay, so there's wood over here randomly. Okay, whatever. So I need these guys to get this set up right away. Hopefully this one air conditioning unit will offset the temperature. Alright, so this is also otherwise a game that you can actually just... you can let them do whatever they want and sit back and, I don't know, get your tablet out and start checking Twitter. Or maybe chatting with YouTube, whatever. Because, you know, I'm not actually doing anything. They're going on their own. So how are they doing? They need some components on the wood fire generator and steel and components on the cooler. So I'm just going to let them continue on going because they absolutely need to get this done. I mean, we've done this for... Oh, wow, already 65 Celsius now. They're already suffering from 20% initial heat stroke. They need to get this done. Hauling wood to... Okay, that's fine. Storage, let's do clear all. Bring in food. Don't allow rotten. Raw resources, I believe... Wood. There it is. I don't care about the tree. I need you to build the cooler. You guys absolutely need this stuff. So let's just speed time up a little bit. Okay,
Are trees growing in that house?
Yes, they are currently growing in the house. To be fair, they haven't actually built a roof or anything yet. Wait a minute. What are you guys doing? Construction level too low. Construct the cooler, everyone! I don't care about you consuming the packaged survival meals. You guys need to actually start building roof areas. Okay, build the roof area. I normally let them go, consuming their meals and all, except they need a roof. They need a place to actually keep it cool. Build roof area. Build roof area. Caviar?
On a plus, a positive of this world is they've got plenty of water to stay hydrated.
Yeah, they certainly will. Unfortunately, we just lost Caviar due to heat stroke. 62% already. Geez. You're at 62%. You're at 62%. Yeah, they need to get... Oh, well, okay. Man in Black! Okay, yeah, sure. Already building the roof. Get the roof done ASAP. And, let's put this down a few Celsius more. They're not dead yet, fortunately. The problem is that they just need that roof real quick. Wait, is this indoors now?
I thought you said caviar did.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. Indoors is 70 Celsius. Okay, so they are actually indoors now. I hope cooler is enough to actually lower the temperature. What are you doing now? Hauling wood.
Nuju.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say that caviar had passed away, or is...
No, it just passed out. They're still alive.
Oh,
they're just suffering from extreme heat stroke. Oh, 93%. They might not actually survive for very much longer anyways. Refuel the wood generator, actually. Hopefully, this is enough to bring the temperature down before they pass away. Nope. Death of radish, potato, and caviar. So, the only person left alive is the Man in Black now. Who has initial heat stroke. It is rapidly dropping in temperature-ish, at least, for the inside. So, Man in Black has the extremely low expectations, has a +5 from the spacious interior, 5% from recreationally satisfied, +2 from his rivals Caviar and Radish having passed away, but a -10 because it's an ugly environment. So, we lost everyone all at once. And I'm not sure if we could have done that faster, except maybe having a smaller room to do this. So,
no. This time make it freezing, underpopulated, and dry. If you do it again, I mean.
Yeah, we can at least continue on, because we have somebody to keep going. So this will at least make the priorities easier. We can put one on firefighting, two on patient, because he's going to need to be his own doctor now. 2 on bed rest, 1 on basic. He's got decent animal priorities at least, so that'll be a 2. Hunting a 2. Cooking, he's going to have to get his own cooking hut. That's just, he's going to have to wait. Since he's the only one, he's going to have to do construction absolutely first, and then all his cooking, hunting, stuff like that. Let's put cleaning on a 2, hauling on a 3, research on a 3. So we have a hut for the one guy. That's what we succeeded in doing. So I think we can now safely, where is it? Zone, growing zone. We can start growing some rice. Rice because that'll be the fastest food to grow. Let's get another stockpile over here for our... No, let's put the stockpile over here for any rocks. Oops. Storage. Wall. Chunks. And put another stockpile up here for things more like steel. Raw resources except for the wood. What? Oh! Ha! Whoops! Where is poor Husky? There he is. So, we have the log here that will actually show us exactly what happened. I completely forgot about the dog. I thought he would have gone inside. But no, little guy plaintively nuzzled Radish. That was 19 hours ago. These guys did not even last a day. So, heat stroke made little guy crumple unconscious. That was 10 hours ago. And then heat stroke, which occurred an hour ago, caused little guy to expire. So the good news is we do actually now have a meat source. Is we can actually take little guy, butcher him, and convert him into food.
Ah.
Yes, that's actually the thing with Rimworld is we can actually do the same thing with our 3 human corpses here. Is we can actually butcher them, turn them into human food, and we can. This
I was
game,
wondering if you could do that too, but I didn't want to ask.
it is actually that gruesome in a way. Is we can actually take our butcher's table, we can put it right here, for instance. We can actually turn our 3 comrades here into human leather furniture, actually. That's how dynamic this game is, at the same time as it's gruesome. I see Doppel in chat there. I actually had one colonist at one point, which actually surprised me, where it was, colonist is gaining some plus 30 mood boost because he was a sociopath, and he was gaining pleasure from wearing the suffering of others because it was a human leather shirt or something. Alright, so you have decent shooting but passion in melee. You know what? As soon as you're done with third brave, I'll need to actually equip with bolt action anyways. The way the passion works is they're going to be able to learn skills faster. And hopefully this guy's not going to get awful barracks. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's an awful barracks. Let's at least change that from barracks. Where did he go? Space Users Interior, still an awful barracks, I'll just pass away later. Alright, so we can let this guy hopefully not suffer from heat stroke. Apparently he's not actually feeling hot, which is great. He's feeling sweaty though. Alright, so he's just moving around, doing stuff right now. Building the butcher's table. And actually, since everything is outside, let's get him to haul everything. His medicine is actually deteriorating too. Let's see, put those two for now. Haul, there we go, he's burying people. Okay, so they've been buried, that's good. Now he's hauling the silver outside, that's... well, that's a good place for the silver at least. Since it is only him, I'm also gonna change his schedule to he can do anything at any time. So as time goes on, it's going to give us a notice a little bit later that we should probably start focusing on our defenses because we might be getting a raid soon. And considering the steel we have, we should probably also get components inside. What was that? I'm probably not going to go with the sandbags, but I'm going to go with some straight up walls. Let's see, raw resources, no. Here we are. Chem fuel, components, Nutrimine, drugs, medicine. There we go. Alright, so I'll let him sleep. We'll see how he's doing with his needs. Food is going down, rest is going up. He's going to need some recreation soon. Should probably give him something pretty to look at. There's the notice that we'll need defenses, and we'll need a meal source. And so also having our butcher's table here, we're gonna butcher creatures forever. And there he is, just cloud watching. That'll up his recreation at least. There he goes, hauling medicine, excellent. So I'll just let him go for a bit. This will probably actually take a bit, so if there's any questions, comments, now's pretty much the time. He's going on his own. I'm actually really amazed that he's still not suffering anything relating to heat stroke yet. Oh, that's why he's got a duster. That would actually help.
He's got a what?
He's wearing a duster. It actually helps with his heat retention. He can... The duster itself actually is helping him with 20.6 Celsius on the heat side. He's wearing a lot of synth thread, so that's probably also insulated a little bit. 2 Celsius for the shirt, another 2 Celsius on the pants, so he can wait, he's also got a cowboy hat. Another 12 Celsius, let's see, so the 18, so he's got 48 Celsius helping him in the heat. Yeah, that's the thing when I actually do hot environments, is I'm building a house and I'm not realizing how quickly they're actually being downed by heat strokes, so it gets me really quick. But this guy is apparently actually equipped for the heat, so he's able to actually work outside without harm. So there's actually not a whole lot going on right now as it is. He's just going on his own. I think we can, I think it's under temperature? Yeah, campfire. So I'll put a campfire inside our wooden house. What could possibly go wrong? It'll provide light. It's actually another social gathering place. It might be recreation. Wait a minute. No, I don't actually need the campfire. Cancel that. We can do production because we actually have a fueled stove. Let's use the fueled stove. Let's put it over... over there, I guess. And a simple research bench. And for comfort, that was structures. We want an armchair. Do we have leathers? We don't even have leathers yet. So for now, just some more stools. And let's get some torches. There we go. Alright, so that'll be a lot of our structure for the environment so that he'll just not be as upset. And yeah, as soon as he's actually done with the hauling, I'll actually update his priorities. In fact, I'll actually get him to do the lights, key materials wood. Okay, so as soon as he's finished with that, I'm gonna get plant cutting. There we go. Prioritize cutting the plant right now. New material wood. Cut down the oak trees then. There are a number of end games to this. The main one is basically just build a starship so you can get off the planet, or you'll actually be getting an event in a couple of weeks, in-game weeks, which is a starship saying, "Hey, I'm your old AI buddy, and I'm offering you a way off the ship, the planet, sorry, and you can just come this way and we'll be off." So there's a number of ways to end the game. But there are a number of people actually just enjoy going through the research instead, going all the way to the end just to research everything. Even if you do go by way of the ship, research everything, whatever, leave with everyone, the game only gives you the credits, and it'll actually wait for more people to show up, so you can keep going if you want. So, in this way, it's not so much that we actually have an endgame, we're here to have fun. Oh no, a heat wave has begun. So let's see, outdoors is currently climbing to 70 Celsius while it's raining. So it says here, oh, it's giving us notice on the cooler and other cooler. So a heat wave can induce deadly heat strokes. Stay cool by building either a passive or electric cooler, or by getting deep underground where the rocks are naturally cooled. And we are not on a mountain terrain, so we can't actually pretend we're playing Dwarf Fortress. Actually, that being said, apparently our power generation is not keeping up. Oh wow. Yeah, no, it's definitely not keeping up. We are... Are we? Oh, we are, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Alright, so we can definitely get a second cooler in here. Construction needed 5. Alright. We'll forbid that for now because he does not have 5 construction apparently.
Will you be stuck with just that one guy for the rest of the game, or will more come up?
There are definitely more that can come up. If we get a raid and we manage to not kill them, we can take them prisoner, we can just rescue them, they might join us. There are also events that others will come in and join. So we can absolutely have a thriving colony of, I think I've seen up to 16 colonists at a time. This is just really slow early game because you have to do absolutely everything, and then after that you're fine because now you have people to do very little. Let's see. Let's get some walls over here. Just placing some walls in case of a raid. And then some roof areas. And I'm cannot build over a teak tree. Yeah, I'll get rid of that eventually. So I currently have the roofs that I've just placed there. Sorry, the walls for the roofs placed specifically for in case of. Oh, there's a raid. So I have I want at least 2 walls, because if the enemy is going to miss, and it only has 195 hit points, that wall can be destroyed, and if there's a roof over it, well, the roof can also be destroyed. So I'm just going to get a order to remove the one tree there. Alright, so we have a raid from Grace's Wolves, and they've arrived nearby and are attacking immediately. So here we have Naruto Quack, who is equipped in a light leather bowler hat, a cloth t-shirt, and patch leather pants. Usually, yeah, I can't talk anymore. Usually, I'm actually used to the initial raid here being actually a naked 80-year-old with a dagger. It's ridiculous. That being said, he seems to be a competent melee fighter, so gonna have to give him a bit of a runaround. So start by having him on attack by default. Bring him over here. Oh, I forgot the speed. This guy is suffering from blisteringly hot. Alright. And there's the initial heat stroke. So let's see if we can get a few pot shots off. See if we can actually hit. And with that, we'll have him run away. Oh, we actually did get him hit. What did we hit? We hit his torso and spine. Ooh. Alright, that's fine, Firebird. So we have done 18 damage to his torso. So he's now bleeding 108% per day. He has 23% pain, and it needs tending now. Cause was Carl hit Haruto with a bolt-action rifle bullet. Apparently we also injured the spine though, too, so that's going to apparently not immediately affect his moving. Not by this, apparently. But the fire deficiency has definitely affected the moving. So he's going to be very slow, and he's definitely bleeding out. In fact, you can actually see that. Death in 22 hours, if he's not tended to.
Surprise entrance!
Oh, hey Shadow. That is definitely a surprise. Doppel says he definitely seems to not be in good condition. That's kind of true. Let's see if we can actually take him down. Wait, can you not actually hit him? Cannot hit target. Oh, okay, so that must be the generator. Yeah.
What was that shot? That was closer.
Yeah. In fact, from this range, there is a 37% chance that Carl can hit Haruto. Oh, there was another hit. 2 shots to the torso. Okay, so that's...
Dude, that is a lot. The image there.
Yeah. Let's just get Carl away.
Run away! The Leo
Haruto, don't damage that! You jerk! Oh, okay, so he just died. Right. So, what is that mood boost? Why... You have blood loss. Okay, and creepy breathing! I forgot, you're also gonna need to do self-defense as well. We're gonna build a copy, place another grave, and prioritize working on the grave. We want to get rid of the bodies as soon as we can.
We're gonna need more graves.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't rely on graves because the number of raids that you tend to get, you would fill up an entire map. You definitely want some way to dispose of corpses. There is a cremation of, what is it? Crematorium, I guess? I don't know if I have that unlocked right now.
You need an incinerator.
Yeah, something like that. Other ways is you can actually leave the body where it is right now because it is, yeah, there it is, deteriorating because it's unroofed and outdoors. So you can just leave it. Absolutely, that'll take care of the problem, but it'll be a long time to do so. I'm actually amused. I think it was on Twitter in which I actually saw this once, where there was a D&D alignment chart on what to do with corpses. Lawful good is to give them a burial, except you actually make a sarcophagus to do it. Neutral good is just in like a grave like what I'm doing here. Chaotic good is feed them to your dogs or something. True neutral for you just leave them where they are. Something lawful neutral, something chaotic neutral. Chaotic evil is that you're feeding them to your prisoners. Chaotic neutral might have been just to use the corpses to demoralize your enemies. That might have been neutral evil. It was weird because Rimworld is actually dynamic enough that yes, you actually have 9 options and it actually does fit into the D&D alignment system. So I'm just gonna let this guy do some more plant cutting. Cut some more wood. And
is it dynamic enough to make a gun that shoots beavers?
Not that. You could probably find a mod. Actually, it's not a gun, but there is actually an item. You can actually find an item that will cause animals to become maddened, so you can actually have an army of beavers.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Animal Pulse, I think it was? You can actually use this to target an animal or a bunch of animals, and then all the animals on the map are going to become maddened and manhunt.
When you need to invade an enemy base, just get some mad beavers.
Can you actually... No, you... Oh, I forgot the home area. That's why they're not even cleaning. Zone. Home area. I have the home area off because if you're expanding stuff like a grave area, where you're actually just letting everybody decompose on their own, you don't want people going into that area. So this is good in case of a fire, so they'll actually go to beat out a fire and they'll start cleaning around the area. The heat wave is over, that's great. Yes, you can absolutely make wild animals rabid. The only problem is, there's no... Oh wait, there are wild animals now. Yeah, here's one of the cobras. So you can actually hunt this, you can tame it. If you fail, then you might actually get poisoned, but you can definitely try and tame a cobra. And then you'll start getting like cobra eggs, armies of cobras. You can start training them to attack your enemies. It's fantastic. In this case, though, I definitely want to be wary, because since it is a cobra, it's going to start trying to hunt Carl for reasons of, I hungry! Alright, so we actually have our fueled stoves. Let's do some simple meals, do until we have 10, just leave it at that. Yes, and in fact, if you look over here, you have the two options to just hunt or tame the animals. And it depends on your animal handling or hunting skill. So absolutely, you can actually tame a cobra if you wanted to, and then if you have tamed cobras, you get cobra eggs to use for eating, selling, trading, stuff like that. Building your own army of cobras. I'm actually very tempted right now, except we lost literally everyone who I was intending to play with here. Literally everyone just died anyway, so that just went out the window. We have high animal taming, high-ish anyways, and a passion for it, so we could possibly try to tame the animals. Alright, so envenomate. I can't remember what the game actually says. I can't remember if it actually did say poisoned or if it did say that you were done by poison. All the same, I don't think I want to do it with just Carl because that might actually screw him over. Let's see, he's been doing a bit here. What is his construction at? 2. So can he even actually output? Alright, so I think he's done with all his hauling. Yeah, it's probably fine to leave the priorities as is, actually. Because this way he'll actually work on the hauling first, and actually growing should become the top priority as well as plant cutting. And then the hauling after that. So we can do mining second. And so I believe he's going after the entire gardening zone there. There are options that you can also do too with the bottom right. I usually have it the way I have it here because I'm just used to everything. I don't need learning helper, I already know Rimworld. I like having everything in categories, so I have food there. I can't actually see it because of Discord overlay, but I can bring down the raw resources, see that I have 800 silver, 600, almost 700 steel. And you can actually see all of it right here, but it's just, I just like having it in the top left corner there. If you don't have it categorized, which was that? That was... That's the wrong one. Oh yeah, there it is. That would just show you everything, and since there's a lot of stuff in Rimworld, it will just very quickly fill up the entire left side of the screen. You have room stat display, so you can actually see here this is considered Carl's bedroom now. That's because we only have the one sleeping spot, and so it's just considered the bedroom. It's awful because there's nothing impressive about it, mediocre because of the wealth in there. It is a very spacious bedroom, but it's hideous because Like, you've got garbage right on the... Oh, he's actually cleaning it now. It's still dirt and stone, so I mean, would you like to have a bedroom that's just dirt and stone? Cleanliness is just considered dirty now. Nothing for outside, because that's actually the only room so far. Toggle beauty display. This will show you the local beauty in the area. Every cell. So it's just pretty average -1 beauty. Inside is -0.09, because I'm not sure. Apparently there's a -5, couple of -5s, so I'm surprised it's not actually worse. Might actually be because of the beds on the tables being of normal or better quality or something. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. You have your fertility overlays, so you can actually see, like, over here is fertile ground, and then orange is not so fertile ground. Not showing any overlay is solid rock, so you can't farm it. You have your roof overlaying, so I've actually put a roof over some places. I have my characters on the top. He's not actually doing anything, he's run out of things to do. So it's the beauty display. You can toggle your zones, so you can actually see that this is the stockpile zone, this is for my rocks, steel. You can even rename these too if you want. Growing zone 1. Again, you can just rename them. I like having them off for the visuals. I'm not even going to worry about the fire. It's already raining. That's probably going to take care of itself. So let's see. He can do a fair bit of stuff. Some wildlife. Oh, there's a lot of other animals now. We can actually take a look at a castle area now. We can definitely hunt or try to tame this. We've got elephants that we can try to hunt and tame. Yeah.
Yeah, just have more elephants charge in at your enemy camp and fire but flaming arrows from their the towers built on the back of those elephants. Yes.
It's like, I'll do you one better, Shadow. Did you know that there's actually actually no, let me get the armor inside. Did you know that there's an animal called a boomalope in this game?
A what?
A boomalope.
Oh, is that a baneling?
It is pretty much a baneling. You can...
It's a baneling.
Yeah, I don't know if we actually have them here. There's a boomlope and a boom rat, actually, for that matter. But they work the same way, is they are unnatural creatures. You can just find them, tame them, you can train them to just charge at your enemies, and if they die, they'll create a fire like the fire we had just over here just earlier. So it's great stuff because they are actually tameable banelings.
How about an Boom?
Just for anyone who doesn't know, Baneling is a StarCraft 2 unit. It's just simply a walking landmine. They can actually attack you normally by...
To be correct.
They will actually attack you, hit you, hurt you, whatever normally, but if you also kill them, they'll just blow up on you with fire. So Baneling is definitely a militaristic creature in that sense, I guess.
Unless they unburl underneath you and then they automatically explode.
They're not actually the StarCraft 2 Baneling Shadow. It's just they don't burrow. They're kind of like what other creature I get?
How about the infested Terran from StarCraft 1?
No, they are closer to... You know, let's just say that it's an explosive dog. We've already lost the little guy. In fact, his poor corpse is... Where did it... There it is. We still have
basically they just basically run at their enemy and then as soon as they get to them, explode?
No, it's... little guy here is our poor old husky that's still decomposing randomly. But it will run up to you, it'll head bash, whatever, use its claws, bite. It'll do all that, and if you kill it, that's when it will actually explode.
So it's kind of like the infested Terran from StarCraft 1.
The infested Terran from StarCraft 1 will still basically be your Baneling. It'll explode upon reaching the enemy.
Yeah, that's why I said they're kind of like it.
Alright. Oh yeah, we need a research project. That can keep them busy.
Nah, we need elephants that can run at their enemies and blow up too.
Where is it? We would like... battery. So look at that started on research, and I'll actually be right back real quick. The best thing is, hey look guys, I'm actually going to leave this guy unattended.
Also, is that lightning hitting the ground?
It is actually. The lightning is actually causing the fire. Like, right here, these were actually caused by lightning. But it's also raining, so the rain's going to take care of it.
Jeez, are you in the mountains or something?
Nope, I am right here with this little blue icon amidst the 700 other icons. This is where I am. I'm just, what is the terrain? Tropical rainforest. I'm just in a very hot tropical rainforest.
Yeah, the lightning should not be dropping down that low.
It does. Literally every bit of fire that you're seeing right now around the map is actually caused by a lightning strike. That being said, there's two south of my house there. There's another current fire just north side. There's another one over there too. It's not a problem. It's actually being put out by literally the rain. There's a little bit of ash here from one of the closer strikes. And there is weather. Very different weathers. I could actually have a dry lightning storm, in which case that's when you're screwed, because all of a sudden you have a forest fire that's all of a sudden encroaching upon your base. I'm actually hearing... oh, here's a closer fire. But it's still raining and I'm fine. So I'm gonna be right back real quick. I'm gonna mute my microphone on OBS and Discord real quick, so you can entertain people if you want, Shadow. Watch Carl sleep. So I'll be right back.
How am I gonna do that? That lightning bolt needs to strike that house when Luigi's gone. Come on, you're getting closer. I know you want to, lightning. Come on. I want to see Luigi's reaction to seeing his house on fire if the lightning strikes it. Nah, of course not. Did it just change to Western? Guess that's Western music. Why do I feel like I've heard that music before? It's not that bad, actually. And now I'm not seeing chat, so I can't actually see anything on what's being said. I don't think. Yeah, I can't see nothing. So how's everyone doing? Great, I hope. This is awkward when I'm just sitting here staring at something. Nothing's going on. That a person outside sleeping in the rain? Or all the way up there in the north? Oh, hey, he woke. What will he do? Come on, Carl, pick up that wood. Move it over to the table. What is that food? Is he eating wood? Where is he going? He ate wood. Now he's going to collect wood. Does that mean he'll eat his own house? He's a humanoid beaver. Who knew? Oh wait, that's just an icon for selecting the character. Okay. I was wrong.
Huh?
Welcome back!
Hello.
I was rambling on. I was really hoping that a lightning bolt would strike your house.
It can actually strike the house.
So when you'd come back, you'd have something to go, why is my house on fire?
If that were the case, I would be asking, why isn't Carl putting it out? Because it did designate it a home zone.
Because he was asleep.
Yeah, there would be that.
Oh, hey, it's
Just-
raining now.
Just having him designated as a firefighter, if he's still sleeping, he'll be... Whatever, just let me sleep. His house is burning down around him. Just let me sleep.
Well, he's gonna sleep forever now.
Yeah, unless you actually do something about him.
Nah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna head off and do some stuff for a bit.
Okay.
Good to see y'all in the chat. Or talk to you all, even though I can't see chat at the moment.
Not much is happening. Just Firebird's last statement was to be envenomate, not poisoned by snakes, spiders, scorpions, and platypuses.
I meant in the stream chat.
Yeah, that is the stream chat.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it on my other monitor here. Firebird said at 6:02, my time anyways, 16 minutes ago, envenomated by, not poisoned by, snakes, spiders, scorpions, and platypuses.
Oh, okay. Yep, all the time.
Hey, we have a tortoise on the map.
Capture it. You need a war tortoise.
That would
You
actually
need
be
a
interesting too, because they may be slow, but their shell actually makes it really, really hard to actually kill it.
You need a really, really big turtle, and just put a little bunch of fortifications on top of it, and call it a war tortoise.
Oh, what the? What the
It'll
heck?
be your mobile war fortress.
What just happened?
That's a healthy person.
Oh, that's what's happening. What the heck?
But yeah, what's killing everything?
This cobra, it just slaughtered an entire bunch of monkeys and they went straight to rotting. I was wondering why they went to rotting, because the snake just killed them and they're not actually poisoned with sclera or whatever it was.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, they just have 87% toxic buildup, so I guess that's why they're rotting. So snake's still hungry because it's not going to eat rotten monkeys that it just killed.
And it's going to your house.
Is that the snake's age 14?
Yes, it is 14 years old.
That is an old snake.
Hmm. It just went over to the chinchilla. It actually killed the chinchilla without causing it to be rotten. Let's see what the log was. The cobra bit the chinchilla in the neck, exposing the flesh underneath. Missing a neck caused the chinchilla to die. So, after having done that, the chinchilla is now missing its front left leg because it was freshly bitten off. That's a snake eating. The tail is bitten off, again snake eating. The body is at 3 out of 16 because of the cobra having done 13.4 points of damage with a bite.
What kind of snake is that?
Cobra.
That swallowed
cobra.
their prey whole.
Yeah, I guess that would be the one thing about Rimworld, is it's not it doesn't eat it whole. It just goes over, smack, 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 bite, 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 and then it eats. Oh, and here comes another cobra actually going over to the monkeys. Oh, I managed to not toxically rotten the monkey in one hit.
Those monkeys are about to be wiped out based on how fast they're dying.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, to be fair, the monkeys over here are only dead as such because the snake apparently applied toxic buildup that caused them to rot right away. And it did that for 5 monkeys, and then snakes were hungry, so they went off to someone else.
At least they haven't go to your house. Could you imagine walking into your house and there's about 3 snakes in there going, food?
That is actually possible, actually, is if you don't have a proper door or if you leave it open for too long, animals can slip in. And in fact, in particular, because I don't have walls around my rice plants, it's going to attract herbivores when the rice gets old enough, like this cassowary, for example. They'll start to eat from your crops, and it's annoying, and then because they're over there, they'll start to attract cougars and cobras and all kinds of stuff.
Did you know cassowaries are considered the world's most dangerous bird?
Really?
Yeah.
That would actually explain why it says here that they have a 10% chance to react violently. Oh, we have a panther on the map too. A 3-year-old female panther.
Expect kittens.
There won't be any kittens while they're wild. If you do actually get a female and a male whatever animal, they will actually start to become pregnant. It'll say like a muffalo has become pregnant, and then, oh, a muffalo is giving birth.
Good, it's not enough. You need more. Stick them both into a room. Anyways, I'm going to go poof.
Alright, see you, Shadow.
Nice to talk to you, Firebird.
Yeah, same.
Yep. Yes, Vidania.
Alright, so the stream has also been going. Oh, hang on. A house servant named Emma is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If she survives the impact, she'll be badly wounded. Emma is from Grace's Wolves. You can capture her for recruitment or slavery purposes. And it seems Emma also isn't that badly injured. She's just walking off the map immediately, only having a gunshot wound in the left ear. Otherwise, her neck, left arm, and right leg are only bruised. She'll be fine, and there's no benefit to capturing her or anything. I don't think you can even improve relations if you just heal her and let her go on her way. She'll just... whatever, she's a hostile pirate faction. Alright, so what I was saying before Cassandra cut me off, I guess, is this stream has been going for a fair bit, and we've had a very, very interesting first episode. Hey, new colony! Hey, the colony died! Hey, Man in Black took over the colony. So, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Firebird, for joining. And I'll have to thank Shadow later for also joining for a brief moment.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you would like to see more Rimworld, I can absolutely do that. That depends on, I guess, what everybody would like, though. More Dawn of the Dragon, Rimworld, Factorio. I could actually kind of see Justin saying Factorio. Alright, so I'll just save the game here. New arrivals, apparently. Alright, so, yeah, have a good day, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed.